I'm Elijah, and this is CodeFolio, a free student portfolio platform built by students for students. Today, I'll walk you through our Sprint 3 achievements, demonstrate our fully functional app, and share what we learned along the way. Let's start with the problem we're solving. To get hired today, students need to showcase their work through online portfolios, but there's a catch. Either you pay $10 to $30 per month, or you're subscribing to a subscription-based service for website builders like Wix or Squarespace. Most students can't afford to do this or build a custom website from scratch, which requires advanced coding skills and hours of development time. This creates an unfair barrier. Talented students miss out on internships and job opportunities simply because they lack the money or technical expertise to properly showcase their abilities. CodeFolio is built on a modern, scalable tech stack designed for performance in real-time collaboration. We're using Next.js with the app router for our React framework, and styling is handled by Tailwind. Firebase Firestore serves as our NoSQL database, providing real-time data synchronization, and we use Versal blob storage for the file uploads like resumes and project images. Firebase Authentication handles all user authentication securely. The entire application is hosted on Versal, giving us automatic deployments and edge functions. This stack was chosen specifically for its scalability, developer experience, and zero server maintenance costs because, again, we are college students and we are not looking to pay a premium for Firebase. Our system architecture follows a modern serverless approach with three core layers: the presentation layer, the business logic layer, and the data layer. We have dynamic routes for user profiles, individual posts, and the main feed. The app automatically adapts to light and dark themes based on system preferences as well. Next, we have the business logic layer, which is the custom React hooks managing our authentication state, our profile data, and our real-time updates. We built specialized components for key features, the live feed in particular, with trending algorithms, profile showcase with drag and drop editing, and the discover system with friend of friend recommendations, kind of like Instagram or LinkedIn with the connections, and our verification manager that handles the student email verification and the badge awards. And lastly, our data layer. This is the layer that controls our optimal querying for users collections, storing profiles, showcase items, connections, post collections, engagement metrics, notifications, and all the sorts. Sprint 3 was our most productive sprint yet. After having to backpedal for our Sprint 2 to work on admin features so that we can better develop into our Sprint 3, entirely worth it to take the time loss that we suffered to push forward. We implemented a complete 3-tier badge system. Students can now verify their EDU email addresses to earn a student badge, proving that they're actual students. The portfolio badge, which is automatically awarded when users upload a resume and at least 3 showcase items. And we built an admin-reviewed certification system where students can upload professional certificates for verification. The one I'm most proud of, the QR business card generator. This was a standout feature. Students can now generate QR codes that link directly to their portfolios, giving the managers an easy way to access their portfolios just by scanning the QR code with their phones on site. The QR codes can be downloaded as PNG images and printed on business cards, added to resumes, or displayed at career fairs. We use HTML Canvas API for rendering and implemented one-click downloads. And lastly, our live feed enhancements. We added 3 viewing modes: the all posts mode for community-wide activity, the trending mode for the most engaging content from the past week, and the your network mode for posts from connections only. The trending algorithm weighs likes, comments, and recency to surface popular content, thus giving you a chance to reach the popular page very easily. Our discovered page now suggests profiles based on mutual connections, friends of friends, and this creates a natural network growth and helps students find others in their field or school. This is similar to LinkedIn or Instagram, where they provide a list of people under where you're already following, and you can follow them or /connect with them if you're using LinkedIn. Students can upload PDF resumes directly to their profiles, and visitors can easily view and download their resumes, making CodeFolio a one-stop shop for student portfolios. We rebuilt the mobile experience from the ground up. The navigation now collapses into a clean hamburger menu, the cards stack vertically, and touch interactions feel native. Previously, the app was just the desktop version on your phone, and things got a little wonky, but now it works flawlessly on phones, tablets, and desktops. Let me show you some of our app in action here. So this is my profile dashboard, and as you can see here, I have a bit of tags here: an admin, I'm verified as a student, I have my portfolio verified by having at least 3 portfolio showcases and my resume, and I have a certification from Ignition, because I am Ignition certified, and I have my GitHub and my LinkedIn right here, alongside my posts, my resume, and if we go here to my live feed, I can see 1 day ago, etc. That was 2 weeks ago. And if we go to Discover Profiles, We can see a list of the trending profiles, all portfolios, including ones that are non-public because I am an admin. We can see Mr. Negative here is a student verified at Georgia Gwinnett College. We can see this professional is also from Georgia Gwinnett College, another admin, and we can click on anyone's profile. We can send them a request. Well, let's hope they get our request. And we can click on anyone's business card. We can go to, for example, the live feed, click on trending. This is the most recent post and it actually has the most projected likes. We don't get that many users. And if I were to click on this post, you can see the comments and the date it was posted alongside the exact amount of likes and views. This is better displayed on a post with more likes, for example. So let's go to this post that has 100 million likes. And you can see here, it expands into the exact amount of likes. The views are still not high enough to see, but that would also do the same. And this was posted October 27th at 1:35 in the morning. And if we were to search here, for example, so let's just say Christmas. We can see here, our posts are filtered properly. If we do hashtag megalopany, we can see here the hashtags work properly. And if we were to do hashtag Christmas, you can see here, this works properly. So as the admin, I have no connection. So you can see here that if I were to have more connections, I would see more posts from them alongside student related posts if we're all going to the same school. And trending posts, again, you can see here, there's actually 2 trending posts now that I've interacted with it again. So we go back to our menu and our notifications, for example, we can see that there is real-time notifications and I see a negative comment here. So we'll go here and we'll just delete that comment. It's like it never existed. So we go back and we can see that I have 5 notifications now because these are dynamically updated and they are real. So when you click on them, they go away, and when you get more notifications, it makes room. So if we go to my profile and we go to verification, you can see I've already done the steps, but normally when you're here, you will see a student verified box here, and it will ask you to submit your email. And from there, it will verify that you have a proper email and assign you to the college that you are in contact with your EDU. So here, obviously, I typed my email, asantiago7, and I recognized the ggc.edu, and from there, it recognized I was at Georgia Gwinnett College and assigned me as so. Portfolio verification is where you are automatically given it for 3 portfolio showcases plus a resume, and I already had that, so I automatically got this badge. And from here, our upload certification verification. So you have to enter your verification, or you have to enter your certification name, the issuing organization, and the certificate. And from there, it is ran through what will be soon our AI development, which will verify your name, that it's a real certificate that you can receive, and that it's not expired. From there, we can go to let's go to our profile, and you can see here my GitHub and my LinkedIn are here, and we can click on them both. And it will send you to the respective links. And from there, we can go into edit profile, open editor, contact and social, and I can add even more. My own personal website. So for example, I will add CodeFolio because I have been working on this. From there, you close it. We're done previewing, and boom, you can now see my website that I'm promoting. And we want to make sure that these are not malicious websites in the future. So again, the same AI system that is being used to verify our certificates will also be used to run through these links and make sure that they are HTTPS or verifiable links that we can click and not just some malicious download, for example. But you can see here it sends you to the website, and I'm already on there, so it's not really going to do anything. But there's even more. We can go to edit profile, go to open editor, and we can change anything about our appearance here. So if I do business casual, for example, dark or light business, we can change everything about our fill border boxes, our text color, our profile background, and these are all seamless. So if I were to look up a 4K black and white backgrounds to match my theme. We can go here, here, and now we can scroll down. We can pick our file, go back, and we're done with previewing mode. So we go out, and there you go. This is not the best example because I grabbed it from Google instead of downloading it, but even if you go here, you can see my background clearly in view there. And it does do that for everyone with a background. So if we were to scroll down, Jeremy here has a background, Shayla has a background, etc., etc. Abdu has a background, and these are all automatically stored in our Firebase. So it's very, very nice. Moving on, I would like to showcase some critical features that I've been adding. So this is more so QR code based. So you saw me open one person's business card, but I can go and open anyone's business card and click share link. And I'm able to share it to my phone. I'm able to create a shareable link of this PNG, or I can just download it myself. No sprint is without challenges though. So let's talk about what we face and how we address them moving forward. Firstly, our admin. So this admin as it stands now, I've already expressed this in a previous video, but it is hard coded. And that is kind of where I get my gripes with how we function this because of like the rush we were in for sprint 2. However, it does its job for now, and it's really easy to switch out admins or add more admins depending on what you're doing for the next future stack developers that want to work on this, or if I continue to work on it in the future. I would change this probably in the upcoming sprints if I had time, if this wasn't our last sprint, but it works and it's fully functional. As you saw, I could delete profiles, I can delete content on profiles. This profile does not exist because it's not public anymore. However, I can go to discover profiles, and just to mess with per se Gabe, we'll go and delete this. And from there, the item will be successfully deleted, and you can see here it is gone. We go back, and he's a trending profile because he's recently updated and I visited his page. So that's something that we didn't really have time to spend on in terms of optimizations, but again, if I had more time, I'd work on the admin. Challenge 2 is the real-time feed updates and connectivity. So earlier I was able to connect with myself for a different showcase, and we have a connection here, and this is me connecting to myself, and that is really huge. That was a really big progress step for us because again, having connections work was very difficult, especially since we implemented them with just the connect and it instantly went through and made you connect with them. We did not factor in the fact that you could decline the ability to connect on LinkedIn or decline a follower on Instagram. So that was something that we had to take into account, and it completely restripped our entire idea of what a connection is and how to actually operate with that. So again, that was a major challenge for us, and it ended up panning out quite well, and I was able to add myself as a connection. And as you can see here, I have no connections on this account because I don't want to flood away from my GitHub LinkedIn website badges. But again, you are able to send me a request and I can accept it. And then with the admin feature, we were able to test this by resetting connections over to get us more time and space to do so. Our next challenge was getting GIFs to work. So we settled on being able to upload images, upload text, and we were almost convinced we could upload videos. And I don't know if you saw there, but even on a default profile, they have some, let's go look. On a default profile, they have what could be a potential video, and we just do not have the backend for that. So what we decided on is we could at least upload GIFs. So what we decided on is that we could at least upload GIFs, and that would give us the ability to have some movement on a page and also be able to have, let's say, my code in one part and then what my code does when I run it. And this was allowing us to branch out in terms of what you could upload on a portfolio rather than just still images and text. And we finally got this working with Blob Versal. And that is what allowed us to have some more leniency with our backend. So as you can see here, I have a working GIF. And if we go to, I believe, Mr. Negative's profile, he also has a working GIF albeit his is a little different than mine. Not as high quality and it's quite small. But this also applies to live posts. So if we go to live feed, for example, and we were to click add post, when you click add image, you are now able to upload the image URL. So uploading images or GIFs, which have max 10 megabyte and 15 megabyte for GIFs. And this is all done through Blobversal, allowing us to circumvent the 1 megabyte file size for Firebase. AI tools were instrumental in Sprint 3. So I want to cover what AI tools exactly we used. As you can see, we are based on Versal, so we did use V0. We're going to start that over. AI tools were critical in Sprint 3. So I want to talk about firstly that we are deployed on Versal, which is from using V0, and that's what we started our project on as a basis. And I want to touch on, I guess, what exactly the AI did, because in retrospect, it was a really good tool to use at the beginning, but towards the end, when things start getting specific, it is very, very complex to handle it with AI alone. So I would like to say that what we did with the AI was not do our work. We were able to ask it for, let's say, for example, a way to mock up how to get Blobversal into our project with ease. And that took quite a bit of time alone. AI does not deal with specifics all too much, let alone very keen specifics, such as like the CSS on how we want Blobversal to work, or like where we want these buttons to go for it to start taking over our Firebase. And from there, we were having to, or rather, I was having to go through and manually add buttons for all trending and network. And when you add posts, for example, it goes back to the top of here. And from there, Blobversal will take over with this image URL versus back then, our Firebase, you would just upload this and it would go directly there. Furthermore, the AI does not like precision. You cannot tell it to move this over to the left or make this smaller, or here's what this needs to do in terms of this button and the spacing. And that is really hard when making little buttons such as these badges. Having them get different colors and outlines alongside the badges here are a little harder for AI to do, alongside the business card implementation. So AI is a really good tool when used with your own critical thinking skills. V0 is an amazing tool, got us where we are now, and I actually do not like this background, so I will change it. It got us to where we are now, but I do not recommend solely basing a project with AI. It was quite the hassle getting it to do small tasks, and from there we were just, here's the small task we want. We would use what it would generate, and then we'd have to strip through it line by line and correct it as it went. So I guess scalability wise, it was great at the beginning, got us really far, really big push ahead, and then from there we just had to start doing work ourselves. And with that, that's CodeFolio, a free student first portfolio platform that eliminates barriers to career success. We built this because we believe every student deserves a professional online presence regardless of their coding skills or budget. Sprint 3 transformed CodeFolio from a functional prototype into a production-ready application. Students can sign up today and start building their portfolios immediately, and thank you to Dr. B and our classmates for the feedback and support throughout this capstone. And that's CodeFolio, a free student-first portfolio platform that eliminates barriers to career success. We built this because we believe every student deserves a professional online presence regardless of their coding skills or budget. Sprint 3 transformed CodeFolio from a functional prototype into a production-ready application, and students can sign up today and start building their portfolios immediately. I'd like to thank Dr. B and our classmates for the feedback and support throughout this capstone, and your portfolio is your superpower. Show the world what you can do. If you have any questions, you can reach out to us at codefoliogc@gmail.com or check out our GitHub repository. Thank you.